This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. In other crime news, police are seeking the public's assistance in locating 2 teens for armed robbery. The Criminal Investigations Department has released 2 wanted posters for the youngsters. 18-year-old Joshua Duncanson of number 13 Catherine Street, Nassau Village. He is described as being dark brown in complexion, standing between 5 feet 5 and 5 feet 7 inches in height and of medium build. And 19-year-old Samuel Stanley Higgs of Stack Avenue, Nassau Village, who is described as dark brown in complexion, medium build, with his height unknown. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of either of these wanted suspects is asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department, once again at 502-9991 or 2, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS, that's 328-4877, or you can download the P3 TIPS app to send information anonymously. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Michael Dowell says his ministry is working through the concerns that parents, teachers, and students have when it comes to mask mandate or the mask mandate on school campuses. While the mask mandate has been lifted for most sectors of the country, students must still wear masks while in the classroom. Dr. Dowell on Monday reiterated that his ministry has shared in-depth reasons as to why the mask mandate is to remain for in-class settings. However, in a response to the Minister of Education, Glenys Hannah Martin, commenting that she expects the mask mandate for classrooms to be lifted soon, Dr. Dowell says dialogue between the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health will be ongoing in order to meet Minister Hannah's wishes.
I think last week Dr. Swan built our case for the reason why the mask mandate is still in school. There is some discussions that will be ongoing with the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health. And we believe that with in-depth discussions, we will be able to meet the mandate as outlined by Glenys Hannah Martin.
As for school-aged children having one of the lowest vaccination rates, when asked about this concern, Dr. Dowell responded by indicating his ministry plans to address the matter of vaccination uptake.
It is very important for every country to have pediatric vaccines. Vaccination in the Bahamas is completely voluntary. There is a concern with the uptake, and we are looking at it. But whether the uptake is low or high, it is our responsibility at the Ministry of Health is to provide the vaccine for whoever wants it.
With mask mandates being lifted just a few days ago, Bahamians are still navigating a return to pre-COVID normalcy as the government continues to encourage Bahamians to get vaccinated. As for the monkeypox vaccine, Dr. Dowell notes that there are indications from the Pan American Health Organization that the vaccine should be available soon, though he could not give an exact date. A local company is giving back. Solutions Power Limited donated $18,000 worth of uninterruptible power supply systems to schools around the country. The company's CEO, Michael Turnquist, giving an overview of the donation, explains that in the event of a power outage, the power banks should allow students to work uninterrupted for a short time at least, also giving an opportunity for important data to be backed up.
We came with 88 UPS units, and we found it with all of the Ministry of Education initiatives that you guys are putting into, and the minister, thank you so much for what we are doing with the education system and things that continue to be going on with computer labs. We saw it most fit to donate these UPS units, which is critical. We're a critical power company. We deal with companies like Barma, Atlantis, and some of the huge companies that require 24-hour power. They can't lose a second of power. And we think that in the education system, especially your computer labs, you need computers that are up and running at all times. We have students that cannot lose data at any point in time when we have a loss of electricity or things of that sort. So this is why we found it most fitting to partner with the Ministry of Education to make this happen. And hopefully, I think with corporate Bahamas, it is our duty. The government cannot do it all by itself. There is some where we have to come and we have to fill the gaps and the voids that are there. And this is what we are doing today.
In addition to public schools in the capital, the power systems will also be distributed to schools throughout the Family Islands. Minister of Education Glenys Hannah Martin giving thanks to the power company for their generous donation.
Power Solutions Limited for this incredibly generous and kind donation to the public education sector of this great nation of ours. I'm particularly impressed at the young people that he has brought along with him, and the suggestion that what we're doing at BTVI could provide some linkage for 21st century technology in this country, and I thank you for that suggestion. I just want to put on the record that we're very grateful, and that it is, excuse me, it is only through the global involvement of all stakeholders that we can have a successful and thriving educational system. And that includes our corporate partners. And when corporate partners move beyond the singular objective of profits and understand the importance and the integrated necessity of helping to build capacity in our nation through our young people for the future, is a culture and a norm that we would wish to see more broadly exhibited.
Flourish Again youth program, established in 2014, is aimed at intervention for children before it is too late. The program director and Defense Force officer Cyril Miller says his inspiration for starting the program all stemmed from working with older children. He says he found it difficult to get through to them after they had already become teenagers.
I was a part of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Rangers program, and I understand that the Rangers program started from grade 7 through grade 12, and dealing with those kids at that particular age and time, it was so hard to get the message across what we wanted, them to accomplish. So I went into the primary school from, the upper primary, that's grade 3, 4, 5, and 6, in all the primary school, to ensure that once we get that particular age, I feel that I really could get them before they fall by the wayside.
He believes it is imperative that we are able to get through to children at a young age. There are currently 60 children actively in the program, ranging in ages from 5 to 17 years old. Officer Miller says they offer programs such as BJC and BGCSE classes, communication and discipline classes, drills, sports and exercise classes, and they participate in national ceremonies. The program is held every Saturday at Sybil Strawn Primary School, Carmichael Road, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. JCN News spoke with some of the older members of the program that are now instructors. They spoke about the impact the program has had on their life.
I joined when I was in grade 4. I used to attend Clarge Primary at the time, and it helped me a lot with talking to people because I was very shy. I never used to like talking to people, so that's how it helped me. And it was an experience, and it helped me because it helped me become stronger and more disciplined than I was.
I would have joined the program during the Easter break, around that time. The program has helped me in a vast majority of ways. As far as schoolwork, it's helped me, keep me on the right track. It has helped me to stay focused in school, my communication skills as a leader. It's also helped me outside of school and within my community, helped me to give back, and also helped me to deal with the younger ones to guide them in the right way to go. And it gives me a sense of pride to know that I'm a part of a program that enables us to build leaders and to build the future of the Bahamas.
If parents feel that you need intervention with your children, a weekend activity, or just a bit of help, Officer Miller gives details on joining the program.
They can get involved into their various schools. We have guidance counselors. They can go and get the application form, the hard copy. We have a digital as well too. Once you Google Flourish Again Youth Program, they could fill out the form, the application form, and just press submit, and it comes straight to our administration.
Officer Miller assures parents that after registering their children with the Flourish Again Youth Program, in just 2 weeks, they'll see some differences. And finally, officials of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, hosted incoming Family Island administrators in addition to officials from the United States Northern Command and the United States Forestry Service to a series of meetings at the agency's Gladstone Road headquarters last week, Wednesday. The visit with the Family Island administrators was part of an ongoing collaboration between NEMA and the Department of Local Government to bring incoming administrators up to speed on their role as part of NEMA in the country's comprehensive disaster risk management strategy. The island administrators got a first-hand view of NEMA in action as the visit coincided with the agency being in partial activation mode in anticipation of potential impacts from Hurricane Ian in the northern Bahamas last week. Director of NEMA, Captain Stephen Russell, said the agency looks forward to all opportunities to dialogue with the various island administrators, as teamwork is essential in disaster risk management. Captain Russell also noted the agency has been working with the United States Northern Command for more than 20 years. He said they have been tremendously important, and they have been tremendous partners as well in helping to build the agency's institutional training and the Bahamas disaster management framework. While the U.S. Forestry Service experience from them, they can lend that experience to our local forestry experts as well. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Dorino Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.